Chismosas, have you guys seen this drama that's happening with Miss Universe right now? Because I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I usually don't follow this, but this came on my FYP and I was like, wait, what? Now, if you guys don't know the tea, let's get into it, shall we? Now, here's the tea, Chismosas, and what I have gathered so far. So, it looks like Miss Universe is being held in Thailand this year, and they were doing all the pre-Miss Universe things that they had to do, right? So, then this guy, he's the guy that's, like, in charge of all of the Miss Universe stuff, and his name is Nawat. I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But he is from Thailand himself, and he has been in a lot of controversy because he decided to make a very wrong move. So Nawat decided that while he was doing all this pre-Miss Universe stuff, that he was gonna call out one of the contestants for allegedly not wanting to participate in some pre-Miss Universe activity. I believe it was a photo shoot, I'm not 100% sure, but he decided to get on the mic and he was like, "Where's Miss Mexico? Where's Miss Mexico?" And that was his first problem, because calling out a Mexican, that is the wrong move. Calling out a woman who is Mexican, even worse move, because Mexican women, in my experience, are the boss's bitches, and they're not gonna stand for your shit. So he comes and he's like, "Oh, I heard that you didn't want to participate in XYZ, blah, blah, blah," and giving this girl attitude. And then he goes and calls her dumb. He calls her a dummy, and I was like, girl, no. And obviously there's an audible gasp in the whole room, because this is a room full of hot ass Miss Universe potential women, and they were all like, what the hell? And of course Miss Mexico, she's gonna defend herself. Miss Mexico gets her cute ass up and she's like trying to defend herself, you know, she's like talking, and he's like, "I didn't tell you you could talk." And I was like, that was, boy, you just keep making mistakes. And then he's like, "Why are you talking?" And she's like, "Because I'm a woman and I have a voice." And he's like, no, stop talking. And he starts being really disrespectful, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And Miss Mexico is giving it right back. She's like, nuh-uh. You know what this motherfucker goes and does? Nawat guy, he goes and he says, security, because she wouldn't stop talking. He's like, "It's not about you, blah, blah, blah," after he calls her a dummy. And then I was like, oh my God, it was getting crazy. Obviously, you know, like, he starts getting crazy, and then all the women, like most of the women, I saw you guys who didn't stand up. They get their happy ass up and they're like, nah, you're not gonna talk to us like that, even though that he didn't talk to them like that. But obviously girl power, you know, and they were like, in solidarity, they got their ass up and they start walking out, and he's like, stop, because obviously he knew that he effed up at that point, but it was too late. A lot of the women, they got up and they started leaving, and they were boycotting the whole thing. So then Miss Universe Mexico, who in my opinion is absolutely stunning, by the way, she goes and she talks about what happened, and she's like, you know, nobody should stand for this disrespect. This is, you know, not the vibe. And she talks a little bit about what happened. Then guess what? Apparently the whole organization got wind of this, because it got so public that Nawat had to go and make a public apology, and this man was like, "I didn't mean to, it was my," like, fuck around and find out. I didn't believe a word he said. He was just sorry that he got caught. That's what it is at the end of the day. And listen, there's two type of women in this world that you shouldn't F with. That's any and all women. Period. I don't know what they're gonna do to make this right, but Fatima, you're absolutely gorgeous. Chef's kisses, and I hope that they do something, because that guy is absolutely garbage and they need to replace him. But anyways, very curious to know what you guys thought about this. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.